What's up, guys? Mike Rock from Fast Track Gaming, man, and I just wanted to give you guys some information on a problem that I've been dealing with over the last week. It's about drop frames and how it's connected with your bit rate inside of the settings of your streaming platform. And I wrote this article, and I'm not going to go through specifics. The one thing that I wanted to add that is when we troubleshoot problems, and once we've isolated where the problem is coming from, don't let anyone tell you that the problem has to be coming from somewhere else, and that includes your internet service provider. Make them prove it to you. And when I say make them prove that to you, I had an issue to where it took me about a year, and I came to the conclusion that it had to have been my internet service provider. I bought close to $2,000 worth of new equipment to fix this issue because of things that they had said to me when I called for support. And once all of that was said and done, and we eliminated all of the other possible issues with why we were getting drop frames in our streams, it always came back to the internet. And you test the internet speeds, and you found out that you weren't getting the upload speeds that you were paying for. And so we kind of had to force them to come out and fix the issue, or at least identify that the issue is coming from them. And so once they came out here, I had a technician, and I sat there with him, and he went through the readings, and we determined that it wasn't my equipment, and it wasn't even the signal coming from the box outside my home back to my home. It was somewhere beyond that. So he had to call the next level, next tier support technician, who then came out. And because they couldn't identify the problem, and because I wasn't out there with them to look at the readings and everything else, they tried to convince me that it was coming from my place once again. And we had maybe a couple of hours worth of discussions on why it wasn't coming from me. And so once I didn't allow them to convince me that the problem was on my end, they did further tests. They went and cleaned out. They were like, well, the only thing that we can do is clean up between here and the node. And if it's still a problem, then we have to contact engineering. And I'm like, I don't know what that has to do with me. I'm telling you there's a problem. We've determined that it's not my equipment. It's not coming from me. It's coming from you guys. This is what I'm paying for. Let's get it fixed, whatever it takes. And so after a whole nother couple of days and some angry residents who were having their internets cut out intermittently, we were able to determine that it was coming from them. They fixed the problem. And, so far, so good. I haven't had any issues as of late. So I only say all that to let you know, you read the article, you can get more information on how bitrate is connected to your bandwidth and how it causes drop frames if it's not where it's supposed to be. I just want you to know that once you have isolated where the problem is coming from, you have to be realistic about this. If it's your equipment, if it's not up to speed, if you don't have the right equipment, then that's what the problem is. But if you've got the right equipment and everything is working fine, and your settings inside your streaming platform are where they need to be, which you can get with us here at Fast Track Gaming, then check your internet speeds. And if they're not where they're supposed to be, you call your internet service provider and you tell them, hey, this is what I'm paying for, and I understand things like acceptable loss and everything else. I need you guys to come out here and fix this problem because I wasn't having this for a while. I'm having it now, and it's coming from you guys, and there's no way you can tell me otherwise. Dude, it's your stuff, man. Protect your stuff, figure out the problem, and get the solution. If you guys have any questions, be sure to ask me. I'm Mike Rock with Fast Track Gaming. I'm here for you guys, man. Take care. See you guys.